Google's AI overviews, killing website traffic. Pew Research study explained. Google's AI overviews are reshaping the digital landscape, and it's not a pretty picture for web creators. The introduction of AI-generated search summaries by Google has sparked a heated debate among publishers and content creators. The fear is that these summaries are siphoning away precious clicks, fundamentally altering the search experience that publishers have relied on for years. Now, a new study from the Pew Research Center has provided concrete evidence to support these fears. The study reveals that when users encounter an AI summary, they are significantly less likely to click through to other websites. In fact, only 8% of users who see an AI summary click on a traditional search result link, compared to nearly twice that number for users who do not encounter an AI summary. Moreover, over a quarter of searches that produce an AI summary end without any clicks on additional links, compared to just 16% for searches without AI summaries. The prevalence of these summaries is growing rapidly. According to Pew, around 1 in 5 Google searches in March 2025 produced an AI summary, with 18% of all searches in the study featuring this new format. This shift is not just a minor tweak. It's a seismic change in how users interact with search results. The allure of AI summaries is clear. Search has remained largely unchanged since its inception, presenting users with a list of links ranked by Google's algorithm. The advent of AI-powered chatbots like ChatGPT made it obvious that search technology needed an upgrade. Google responded by declaring a code red and pouring resources into AI development. Now, 3 years later, Google's AI overviews are competing with other AI-powered search engines like Perplexity and ChatGPT Search. The convenience of AI summaries is undeniable. Users can get direct answers to their questions, often in natural language, speeding up the search process. But here's where it gets controversial. This convenience comes at a cost. The lack of click-throughs to other websites could lead to a catastrophic decline in website traffic, especially for sites that rely on informational content or rank highly for specific keywords. The study found that AI overviews are more likely to appear for longer, more natural-sounding queries. For example, just 8% of 1 or 2 word searches produced an AI summary. But that figure jumps to 53% for searches containing 10 words or more. Queries phrased as full sentences, especially those including both a noun and a verb, triggered summaries 36% of the time. Question-based searches were the most likely to invoke an AI response, with 60% of queries beginning with who, what, when, or why generating an overview. While the overviews do link out to web sources, they often rely heavily on a trio of Wikipedia, YouTube, and Reddit. Collectively, these 3 platforms accounted for 15% of all citations in AI overviews, almost mirroring their 17% share of links in standard search results. Researchers found that AI overviews were more likely to include links to Wikipedia and government websites, while standard site results featured YouTube links more prominently. Government sources represented 6% AI-linked content compared to just 2% in traditional results. And this is the part most people miss. News organizations remain largely flat in both formats, making up just 5% of links in AI overviews and standard search results alike. This could be a significant blow to publishers who rely on search traffic for their revenue. Things are likely to get worse for web creators before they get better, as Google leans further into AI in its search business. In May, Google unveiled a new AI-managed search feature that aims to provide more direct answers to user questions. The answers provided by this new feature are similar to AI overviews, blending AI-generated responses with summarized and linked content from around the internet. Google has continually brushed off concerns that the overviews could negatively affect web traffic for creators. The company did not immediately respond to Fortune's request for comment on the Pew survey. So what do you think? Will AI overviews revolutionize search for the better, or will they spell doom for web creators? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's spark a discussion on the future of search and its impact on the digital ecosystem. Google's AI overviews, killing web traffic and stealing your clicks. What is the very tool meant to save you time is actually costing websites their traffic? Google's AI-powered search summaries, designed to give quick answers at a glance, might be doing more than just streamlining your browsing. Let's unpack why this feature is sparking debates among publishers and users alike. But here's where it gets controversial. Are we trading convenience for a digital ecosystem where fewer people ever leave the search page? And this is the part most people miss, the ripple effects on content creators who rely on those clicks to survive. Last year, Google rolled out its AI Overviews feature, placing AI-generated summaries at the top of search results for millions of US users. At first glance, it sounds like a win, no need to scroll through links when the answer is right there. But online publishers are raising red flags, claiming these summaries are siphoning traffic away from their websites. Now, a new Pew Research Center study sheds light on how users interact with these AI-generated snippets, and the results might surprise you. The study tracked 900 US adults who shared their browsing habits over March 2025. Nearly 60% of them encountered at least one AI summary during their searches. Here's the kicker. When users saw an AI summary, they were significantly less likely to click on the links below. In fact, only 8% of users clicked on traditional search results when an AI summary was present, compared to 15% when it wasn't. Even more striking, just 1% of users clicked on the sources cited within the AI summary itself. It's as if the summaries satisfied their curiosity before they ever got to the links. But what happens after the search? The data reveals another trend. Users are ending their browsing sessions faster when they see an AI summary. On pages with these summaries, 26% of users close the browser entirely versus 16% on pages without them. That means roughly 1 in 4 people is walking away from the search page without exploring further. And here's a twist. Around 2/3 of all searches, regardless of AI summaries, didn't result in clicking a single link. Users either continued searching or left Google altogether. Now let's talk about the sources behind these summaries. The big three, Wikipedia, YouTube, and Reddit, dominate the list. Together, they account for 15% of AI summary citations and 17% of standard search results. But there are subtle shifts. Wikipedia links are more common in AI summaries, while YouTube links lean toward traditional results. Government websites, .gov, also get a boost in AI summaries, 6% of sources compared to standard results, 2%. Meanwhile, news sites hover around 5% in both formats. The takeaway? AI isn't just reshaping how we search, it's subtly altering the digital landscape of who gets seen. How does this play out in practice? Longer, more complex searches are more likely to trigger AI summaries. For example, 60% of question-based searches like who invented the internet and 36% of full-sentence queries generate these summaries. Short searches? Not so much. Only 8% of 1 or 2 word queries result in an AI summary. The typical summary clocks in at 67 words, but some stretch to 369 words. Imagine that, a 300-word AI-generated response, and you still don't feel the need to click the source. So what does this mean for the future of online content? Publishers argue that AI summaries are creating a click vacuum, where users absorb information without engaging with the original creators. Google, on the other hand, might see this as a win for efficiency. But here's the elephant in the room. If fewer people click through to websites, how will creators fund their work? And if AI becomes the default answer giver, what happens to the diversity of perspectives that thrive on human-curated content? Let's not forget the numbers. 18% of all Google searches in March 2025 produced an AI summary. Of those, 88% cited 3 or more sources, yet only 1% relied on a single link. It's a balancing act between providing value and preserving the web's interconnected nature. As this technology evolves, the question isn't just about user behavior. It's about the kind of digital world we want to build. Do you think the convenience of AI summaries is worth the potential decline in web traffic for content creators? Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear where you stand.